Welcome to Amateur Radio's annual national event, Field Day, for 2014. Field Day gives ham operators across the United States and Canada an opportunity to practice their amateur radio skills. But also, very importantly, Field Day is an opportunity to educate the public on the critical importance of amateur radio in emergency situations. And finally, Field Day is just a lot of fun. This year, our Montgomery Amateur Radio Club has done something different and very exciting. We've partnered with the Damascus Emergency Communications Team, which is part of the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department, for a joint Field Day. Field Day is actually Field Day weekend. It consists of 24 hours of official amateur radio activities beginning on Saturday afternoon and going into Sunday afternoon, sandwiched in between the day before needed to set everything up and the time needed afterwards to take it all down again. So here we are, Friday before the weekend of Field Day, and we're going to have it this year at the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department Activity Center, well, right next door, at the beautiful field house. We're in a beautiful country setting in Damascus, and we have our crew here this morning setting up. So let's join them. In the distance, there's the crew unloading everything, pretty exciting. And our coordinator, Chan, is leading the pack. So let's go see what everybody's doing. Good morning, gentlemen.
We're putting it all over next.
All excited about Field Day? I think it's going to be awesome this year. So, well, good luck getting ready. Hi, Jeanette. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine, fine. Getting ready for a long day of work, getting ready for Field Day, right? Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
He says it's harder than it was.
So, Ron, thank you for letting us share your wonderful facilities for Field Day. This is really very, very special.
Well, it's been our pleasure to do this, and we're looking forward to the next couple of days here.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be great networking, skill building, and just having fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any final words from you before we start?
Final words of wisdom before we start? I can see somebody else has got a camera over there getting us, so.
I know. We're going to record the heck out of this.
Yeah, I can see that already.
All right. Thank you.
Wow, sure. Thank you.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. How
Now, I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
doing very well.
Now, as one of our newer members, what do you think?
I think that this is great. This is the first time I've been on the air in forever. But this is going to be wonderful, setting up. Spent all night last night loading, and I'm here, so it'll be great getting everything set up and hopefully talk to a lot of people. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Talking about coffee.
So, any last words? Anything before we start the meeting and officially kick off Field Day?
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
Absolutely.
All about fun.
And thank you for doing this, Chan. This is very exciting. You know, this partnership with the Damascus Emergency Communications Team, and we can learn from each other and make new friends and just have fun.
Yep, exactly.
Thanks, Chan.
Off to a good start. First of all, thanks, guys, for coming out this morning. I know for most of you this is probably a work day, and it's hopefully going to be a beautiful day, although humid. We want to try to accomplish all the heavy lifting stuff before early afternoon when it really gets hot, and that way we can spend all our time underneath the pavilion doing the other stuff. So the first thing I want to do, we're going to talk about a couple of different things here. First of all, so that everybody knows everybody, let's just go around real quick and tell everybody's name so everybody's at least heard it once. And of course, most of you probably know me. I'm Chan, and Jeanette,
Bruce,
Glenn,
Chris,
Paul,
Scott, Mark, Phil,
Joe.
Alex. Ooh. Ron, you're next.
Ron.
Carl,
Larry,
Logan. All right, very good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Tom, W3TDH should be out here shortly. Dave, W2NOX, who has a lot of equipment and stuff to set up. Won't be here until sometime between 10 and 11. What we're going to do here, let me give you a quick orientation to this side of the house, and then we'll walk over to the activity center and kind of give you a quick orientation there, and then we'll break up and go to work. But starting off over here, this is going to be our cafeteria in the corner. The coolers have water and Gatorade in it. There's coffee, there's pastries and bagels and all those good things, and we'll order pizza for lunch. If there's any particular preferences or things that we need to stay away from, please let me know. This is the main pavilion area. This is where you'll take your breaks. What we want to try to do is use that corner for all the access gear, staging, all the logistical stuff. If it's not being used, try to put it over towards that corner on top of those tables. The power box up on the wall there for the lighting, I would ask that nobody touches that. They went through this morning, the fire department, and made sure everything was set for us to be able to flip it on when we need to use it. So, down in the corner down here where Bruce is setting up at the moment, that's going to be the command post area, and to the right of that is the DOTA area that we talked about. We're going to set up the operating stations towards the front of the pavilion here in the middle, and we've got some tables we can get from inside the activity center to start that up. The primary goal, at least for the morning hours, is to unload the trailer, get the antenna farm equipment outlaid in the yard here, and then the generator farm is going to be behind these walls here, generator farm and grounding area. And hopefully the walls will help dissipate some of the noise from the generators when they're running. If you need to unload something, you can certainly come up here and unload. But once you're finished unloading, again, either park across the street or on the other side of the building, because the fire department will have stuff coming in and out. They're working in the kitchen. But this is the front of the activity center. This is where we're going to set up the exhibit stations, except for the emergency preparedness one. And Alex and Ron will kind of decide how they want to shape this and what tables you want to use. Any tables in here, any chairs in here, you're welcome to use and set up. And then when we're done on Sunday, we'll essentially put it back kind of like it is.
Perfect. Yeah. Did you hear about NASA's $10 billion electric rocket? Yeah. The rocket costs $1 billion. The extension course costs $9 billion.
Well, one's going to go there.
So here we are, the first day, the official day, Saturday, June 28th of Field Day. And here is Chan, our coordinator. Good morning, Chan.
Good morning and welcome to Field Day.
You excited?
We're excited.
It's going to be...
We have quite a bit of work to do, but we're excited. We're going to get this done and we'll be up and operating soon. We have our exhibit tables in the activity center. We have our antenna farm set up. All the radios are being set up now here. It'll be a fun day.
Great. Looking forward to it. So let's go into the visitor center.
I'm his helper.
So here we are on Field Day, and this is Norm with the Damascus Emergency Communications Team, and Kitty,
I'm his wife.
his wife,
And his helper.
his charming wife and helper, and also the expert behind all of our fabulous signs today. You know, your reputation doesn't do you justice, all the wonderful signs that you made for our Field Day. So could you walk us through like one of the signs and how that introduces amateur radio to people?
Yes, and let me, Norm can do the technical explanations. I can do the artistic explanations.
Please. So here we have one of the signs. You made a whole bunch of great signs, but here's one in particular, good reasons to join amateur radio with all the...
That's what it's about. Basically, if somebody is thinking about joining amateur radio, we hope that these pictures would attract them. For example, we have emergency preparedness with weather conditions, hurricanes, tornadoes, ice storms, and amateur radio has become very popular with young people today because they can get their license, get on the air quickly, and if there is a real emergency, communicate with each other.
And also because in recent years we have experienced those hurricanes and those unexpected storms and a lot of ice storms this last winter. So we wanted pictures that would relate to, that would draw people in, that they could relate to.
And here are some typical radios that one might use today. These are low frequency radios that work at great distances, 1,000, 500, 3,000 miles long here. What else do we have? Here's a picture of an antenna on someone's house, a rather elaborate antenna system. Here we have some young people enjoying ham radio. We have some Boy Scouts learning ham radio to get a Boy Scout merit badge. And in this area we have called extreme sports. Here's a ham with a paraglider communicating in the air. And what do we have here? Somebody on the beach. These were all portable remote operations where people can take a very small radio today with battery power or solar power and communicate great distances.
So here we are with David N380E, who is operating the GOTA station. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
So do you want to walk us through what you're doing?
Sure, I can do that. Basically, this is our station setup. We have a high frequency or HF receiver here and a tuner, and we're connected to antennas which are out in our antenna farm off in that direction. So you have the basic setup. You have a microphone. Doesn't have to look like this, but this is just very easy to use, especially for new hams or someone that's sitting down that's never been on the air for the first time. It's very stable. It's easy to operate. It's pretty obvious how to operate it, so it makes it simpler. When somebody comes by that needs some instruction, I work with them, but I also try to find out what they already know or what they think they know about ham radio operation. We talk about go to station works a little bit, how the tuner works, how we can tune in a station. Then we try to do that. We try to tune in a station. We have some information here that we go over about what to say for the contest. So we have a CQ example where we'd say CQ field A, CQ field A. From Kilo Victor 3 Bravo, that's our call sign where they go to station. And then we wait to hear if there's a station on the other side. If we don't, then we repeat our CQ until we make contact. Once we hear the station, we tell them our information, which is our size and section. In our case, we're a 4 Alpha, Mike Delta Charlie, or Maryland, DC area. Then we copy down their section and put it into our logging software, and that concludes or constitutes a contact. So each GOTA participant has a goal of 20 contacts if possible. We get some nice points for that, so it makes it more fun for the contest. So many times people though come in, they have no idea what ham radio is all about, they don't know anything about the systems, they don't even know, we don't even realize that ham radio is still a very viable technology and can be used in a lot of different ways. So this is kind of an introductory station that lets people know that ham radio is alive and well, gets them on the air for the first time, they get the excitement of talking to some person thousands of miles away for the first time over a direct link on the radio, not necessarily through telephone or TV or any other kind of communications link. So it can be very exciting, lots of fun. We've had people of all ages here. Yesterday we had a 6-year-old that was on, and he had the CQ call down perfectly. He was just very interested. He was fascinated by the gadgets and the tuning the radio. And, it was actually better at tuning than some adults.
So here they are working the contacts. We have to be quiet so we don't interrupt anybody. And here's Joe. Here we have some people, we have to be quiet because they're trying to do a satellite contact.
We're call to. Can we hear ourselves? We're call.
CQ field day, CQ field day.
Let me adjust the correction. Give it a long call so I can check.
CQ field day, CQ field day. This is Whiskey 3 Mike. Whiskey 3 Mike.
We're not hearing ourselves, right?
Welcome to the command post. We're almost finished with field day. We're down to the last hour. But real quick, we wanted to show you the command post. Behind me, the bulletin board and the computer setup, tracking logging, tracking attendance and schedules. We did set up the command post in the theme of the Incident Command System, ICS. We do have branch chiefs that are overseeing operations and logistics. We've got the schedule, the sign